MapDad here, playing a supporting role recently for Map Wife, who is executive producer of a new movie, Love Danielle, where a woman has to decide whether to undergo preventative surgeries to reduce her risk of breast and ovarian cancer. A very serious topic, but the movie actually has some very funny moments. Now, I'm making this video in late October. It should be out soon on various platforms, so stream it if you can. The movie had its world premiere at the Heartland Film Festival in Indianapolis, where MapDad was super impressed with the city's airport. Stayed at the Hyatt Place downtown. Perfectly fine. Rates, though, really depend on whether there's a big event taking place. Room rates could range anywhere from about $150, including tax, to $400 or $500 a night. The hotel's located across the street from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, where the Indiana Pacers and the Indiana Fever play hoops. On my first afternoon in town, it was off to Newfields, the city's arts center, with gardens and the Indianapolis Museum of Art. $29, which included one of these immersive art displays that seemed to be all the rage. Salvador Dali, the subject of this particular production. The museum itself, fantastic. They had a neat exhibition on sneakers and a giant Robert Indiana sculpture. Makes sense, I guess. Dinner was at a city institution, St. Elmo's Steakhouse. Now, their world-famous shrimp cocktail, a word of caution here, that horseradish that covers it, it's going to clear your sinuses and everyone else's at the table. The steak, very good. Expect to pay city steakhouse prices, no bargains here. In the morning, MapDad drove out to the largest sports venue in the United States. You can fit more than a dozen stadiums inside the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, home of the Indianapolis 500, one of the world's most iconic sporting events. I had signed up for a Kiss the Bricks bus tour, where you're supposed to go to the start-finish line, but the track was active with racers from the NXT circuit, the next circuit, which is sort of like the AAA of IndyCar racing. So our driver took us up to the media center and the podium where the winner gets to stand. It was really a fascinating experience. It took about an hour. The tour was $15 and you could hang out as long as you wanted afterward and watch the racers. Back in the city, MapDad walked around downtown and found himself staring at the Indiana War Memorial. Construction started in 1926 and it was dedicated in 1933, but not fully completed until 1965. It's made up of 3 main floors. It honors the Hoosier State's servicemen and women. It is free to go in. There is a thorough history of Indiana soldiers from the Revolutionary War to the present times. Now, speaking of war memorials, in the heart of downtown is the Sailors and Soldiers Monument. Constructed in 1902, it honors those who served up through the Spanish-American War. At 284 feet tall, it's only 15 feet shorter than the Statue of Liberty. Lunch was not far from the state capitol building at Cafe Patachu. Not Pikachu, Patachu. I had some turkey chili, a cup of delicious tomato soup, and a waffle grilled cheese sandwich. Dinner that night, big shout out to Sakura on Keystone Avenue at East 72nd Street. Great Japanese restaurant, delicious sushi. I had a bowl of chicken katsu that was phenomenal. And on top of that, most entrees were under $20. A fun first time in this heartland city. I'm MapDad, helping point your travel in the right direction.